Hello and welcome to Hemmings Garage. My name's Junior Nevison. Today we're going to replace the fuel pump. So in the never-ending war between carbureted versus fuel injection, the argument for carbureted is you want to change a fuel pump, 2 bolts, 2 lines, changed. For fuel injection, at least in this car, because we don't have an access panel up in the trunk, we need to pull the exhaust off, we need to pull the heat shield off, we need to lower the rear end down a little bit. We need to pull the panhard bracket off here and undo 1, 2, 3, 4 lines up there. Then the 2 fuel tank straps. Then we can get the tank down and we have access to the fuel pump. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll do it that way then. Oh, I did it. So I took panhard off. Now panhard bracket here has to come off, but of course, bolt runs right into the spring. Well, I guess I never. My goodness. If I pry up on that, the bolt doesn't move. Well, let me try going down. Nope. Yay. Is out of the way. And there. I was able to twist that enough to get that out. And panhard bracket is out. And that basically just goes across the frame and helps strengthen this tin that holds your panhard bar on. And then next, going to take off the heat shield, and we definitely have a fuel leak going on here. The tank doesn't look bad, so hopefully it's just from the lock ring. Drop this down out of the way here. I can't get past the panhard bar bracket. And I can't rotate it that way. I can't rotate it this way without putting so much force on the fill neck, which is way up there, up in the body, but I can't pull it far enough this way to get the fill neck to come out of that hole. So we had a little bit more. That's it. That is all you get. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, look at that. That's it. I just needed 1 more inch. We got a hole right there, exactly the size of a screw. So that's the remnants of the screw. Right there, somebody put through the floor. You can see there's another hole right there for a screw. There's another hole right there. Screw's gone. So yeah, somebody screwed something down in the back of this speaker, or, oh, you know what? Amplifier. Somebody put an amplifier in the back of this, mounted it down, and put a hole right through the fuel tank. Well, awesome. I guess I'm looking for a fuel tank. Oh, look, there's another screw right there. That was not close, but... So yeah, when you put sheet metal screws through the floor of your vehicle, double check underneath. Make sure there's not a fuel tank there. All right, well, a couple days later, we managed to find a new fuel tank locally. So now I got to take the sending unit fuel pump out of this tank. And there's a lock ring here that basically screws in. I'm going to use a brass punch to try and keep sparks down to a minimum for obvious reasons. So we'll just knock this out. This is our lock ring here. Sets that in there. Kind of have to wheedle this out. pickup sock. That's our fuel pump right there, the culprit for this whole project. And there's your float. That tells you what your fuel gauge, full, empty. It is not quite the same, but it's definitely better than what we had. So what I'm going to do is assemble the pump first and then put the sock on last, because I think it might interfere with our float level here, but I'm not sure. I guess we will go back to the instructions and see what they say. Pictures, no pictures. Nope, no pictures, I'm out. All right, on your own. What I'm going to do is clamp this strap here. It does not fit tightly. Oh, I forgot a piece. That has to go on there. Slide that little rubber nubber through there. Hopefully that'll help hold it in place. I know a lot of people use zip ties, but I've never really trusted that just because the quality of zip ties is not the best nowadays. I'm going to leave the original lock ring on there because it's not rotten in any way, and I trust the GM manufacturing much more than I do the aftermarket. Slide on our O-ring. Unfortunately, the factory O-ring did not survive. Let's see if this fits. I don't know if you can see here, but that's the hold down on the lock ring. You have a little relief, and that goes in like that. You're going to get all three started. So you can see we have the three hold down tabs here, and the lock ring is actually pried up. This ramps up, so as you tighten it, it's pushing down, but you want to make sure that all three of these stops go against the hold down tabs. You want to make sure it's all the way. That'll make sure it's as tight as it can be. And you can see it doesn't quite fit right, so I always try to make sure they're centered, or the lock ring is centered in the hole, so you don't have only half of the engagement. Try to balance it out so you don't have one of them popping out. You can usually just kind of shuffle it around a little bit. I'm going to do it the hard way so I don't over tighten it, or I can feel if I cross thread it. They just use insert nuts for these. They're clip nuts? I think they're clip nuts. All right, fuel tank is in. Everything is put back together. Drop the car down to put the fuel door back on. And this is what we have. My fuel door does not fit, nor does the plastic piece that goes in here. So we're going to have to get a little ugly. Perfect. All right, after all that, the fuel cap does not fit this tank. F body. F is for frustration. Anyways, we got the fuel tank in. Next, we need to do caliper. For some reason, this one is leaking. I've got a lot of electrical to fix underneath the dash. But bit by bit, we're getting there. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. As always, thank you for watching.